Okay, and I should be live. Hello and welcome. I'm going to be continuing on this level, and hopefully we can get the main building done today. I said that yesterday, but I didn't give myself very much time yesterday. But we did manage to complete a pretty big section here. We had to put on all the roofs and the floors, and we had to figure out how to make all those 45s not be problematic where they meet with the walls, which is going to be good practice for today because we're going to have the same issue here and maybe in here as well. Before we get started with that, we might want to lift this whole thing up. I guess we'll see what happens when we get the floor there. So the big thing is that we need to. Oh, where did the floor piece go? I accidentally killed a floor piece at some point. I don't see it anywhere. It would be here because that's where I was working on stuff. There was a floating floor piece somewhere over here at one point, but I don't think there is anymore. Okay, so yeah, let's just get into this. Where is it? Here we go. That really sucks because if it's not on, because it's on a 45, so what we might have to do is spin this out and then put the pieces in. Actually, we're gonna have to do that anyways because what we're gonna want to do is connect all the floors right across before. Well, do we want to raise this up and have a step in or anything like that? I think if we wanted to raise it, that would make much sense because we came down from the exterior. What happened to that? There's a piece missing there too. What the heck? Where did all those pieces go? Huh. Okay. Very odd. I don't remember deleting those pieces at any point, but I guess we did. I really hope there's not like a whole bunch of pieces missing elsewhere. Um, double check that before we get started here. So this is all looking fine. That's all looking fine. This is all looking fine. Just those pieces. I have no idea what happened there. Okay. Well, what we're going to want to do is match these floor pieces up. So I think we want to have this come straight in. The implication being that the house may have been a bit different beforehand. Oh, okay. Nothing important. So we are gonna probably have just the wood come up to there and then start with the deco pieces. They're gonna be probably like that color, or well, we have a couple options. We might want to do the sandstone-y look to it. And we're gonna connect that directly to here and then pull it across all the way to this. And we're gonna want to figure out some way to hide the seams a bit better. This looks like it's off as well. So there's a few things I have to fix when I spin this. This is all fine. We got to figure out how we're gonna do the door there. There's gonna be another door here. I think right there. We'll check on our little. Yeah, it's gonna be right in there. And there's this door we have to worry about, and we're gonna put in a wall here. So all of that can be done. Well, not all of that can be done, but this section from here to here can all be done on grid before we rotate it in place. So, what I have to figure out is how many tiles that is. So there's 3 tiles past the end of this. It looks like. Although, if this is flipped inwards, and that will be fine. But we might want to end up deleting this row out and using that as a transition between the two. But we'll see. And then this way we're doing up to here. Although we should probably go all the way over and just push either this part down or this part up. Although we were going to do that, we were going to push this whole area down. But we could also just push this floor up. We're going to want to put in a staircase. Well, let's see. If this is a wall here, it's the elevator that's going to cause problems if we don't do that. Because we need to allow for space for the elevator. So if the elevator's on the same wall as this is, then it would be better just to put all these this way. But then the staircase would have to also go down in this direction. And I kind of wanted it to go in this direction. Huh. So I kind of wanted to go down here. So you come in here and you have a staircase that goes down this way. Well, we'll block it in as though we're going all the way over, and then we might cut that piece out and rotate it to flip to be in the correct grid orientation. All right, but how many tiles is that? That's 1, 2, 3, 4. So 4 passed and 3 passed, and then we want to go from here to here, which is how many tiles? Let's just duplicate this and find out. 1, 2, 3 ish, 4. Okay, we're going 4 this way, 4 that way, 3 this way. Great. Let's turn off these, the restroom there, and we'll grab this guy. Hopefully that's everything. Nope, not quite everything. I deselected something there by accident. Can we grab all of this? Good. So we'll pull this back. We're not on grid. Put this back on the grid. Uh-oh. What did I grab that's over here? Okay, let's these guys again. Don't want to grab anything that's not part of this building. Okay. Pull that out and shift it onto the grid. And hopefully that's on the grid now. If I duplicate this, is that going to shift it off the grid? No, those look aligned. Yeah, I think those are aligned. It's just the bleed? No, dang it. They're not. So we have to figure out what was on the grid and use that as our pivot point. So I think we're going to grab, what did I just grab that didn't grab something? Hold on. Let's grab all this. Let's deselect this piece, deselect that piece, reselect that piece, and reselect this piece. So now we should be able to pull this onto the grid because this piece is the piece that we're trying to deal with. Yep. Okay, good. So, so we're going to go, let's fill in this gap that we for some reason have and do the same up here. I don't know what happened there. Uh-oh. I hit F by accident. I don't know what F does. Control D is what I wanted to do. Oh, did I? also get rid of a trim piece sometime? That's annoying. All right. Well, we can grab this one. And actually, this is too far in. We want this to come out one. And this one is two. And this one is two. All right. That's better. And there's actually a better corner piece than the ones that I've been using here. What is this? Platform trim edge. It's PS. PSM FLR. Flat trim. And I want to trim corner. Is this the right corner? I think this is the right corner. Yes. The exterior corner. Okay, and we'll pull this in. And then we can get rid of this one. Well, I'm just going to pull it out first to make sure. I'm going to shove this one down into place. Good. Make sure that's all lined up correctly with the other pieces. Yep. All right. I don't know why these are different colors. What is the color set on this one? Why are they different colors? PSM edge. Oh, are these backwards? Yes, these are backwards because I had initially done them as interior pieces. So let's fix that. They're actually exterior facing pieces now. Hooray. There's like a bunch of junk that's floating and stuff, but I can deal with that eventually. There's also a pillar missing. Again, I don't know what happened to all these objects that suddenly disappeared. I must have accidentally clicked them at some point in the past and erased them by accident, but again, I have no idea how that would have happened. Okay. That's that whole rail. What is this? Is this pillar 2? It is. Can we grab a pillar 01 to replace one of these? No, we don't have them. Doing exactly the same look to them. I don't know if that tiles that well. There we go. Vary that up a bit. We're missing a rail there as well, and we're missing another pillar. All right, so let's grab this one. Looks like this one's supposed to be here. Then that doesn't line up well with that stuff. Oh well. Grab another one of these and duplicate this in and put it over here. And rotate this one a little bit so that it's not in the wrong place. How is this looking? Can I pull this one over? No. Too bad. So that's just how it is. And I should be able to actually do this from a different angle, but that's all right. That is too wide. That shouldn't be the case. Is there another? Is this like a short rail? Where am I looking here? I'm supposed to look up here. Short, destroyable. Oh, okay. It's a destructible short rail. Are all of these destructible rails? I guess they are. They don't need to be. Anyways, we're going to do. Let's see. PSM. Rail straight. Okay. Then we'll grab one of this. Put this here. That's much longer. And we can shove this through the wall. Because the short one is still too short for that. Yep. Yeah, that will be fine. I want to pull this out to hide. Oh, it doesn't really let me hide those that well. Well, let's try it. We'll pull this one to that corner to try to hide that. That looks fine. Come on. Why is the rotational thing so far off? It should be rotating around that object. All right, so yeah, because that rail is colliding in there. That's too bad. Okay, we're gonna duplicate this and rotate it. Push this forward. We'll get rid of the destructible one that's in there. And that can go all the way through. So we actually can get rid of one of these. If we pull this over. Okay. And maybe we can do the same again. We'll see. Pull this over to here. There. Come on. Grab the right thing. Delete that out. Can't see. Okay. And that looks like it lines up perfectly. Great. And is this also a long rail? Or no, wait, hold on. This is the one I was dealing with, right? So this is not going to be perfect then. So we might have to do two short rails. Let's see if that will work, in fact. Why is it that this is not able to line up with the long rails, but it can line up with the short rails? They're like weird sizing. That's kind of annoying, isn't it? These aren't like different sizes, are they? No. This should be twice that, right? It's like more than twice. Okay. I mean, I guess. Is there anything I could do to fix that? Oh, I'm missing a wall here. Does that go all the way up? It does. What the heck? Where did all these pieces go? Like, I literally just did this not long ago. Alright, well. We're solving the problem, so whatever, but still weird. And is there a roof? No, okay. And it's like only this building too, which is really bizarre. Well, do we do smaller ones or longer ones and see how we can line this up? I guess I could pull the staircase over to align with it better. All right. We're going to delete this. We'll pull this one over. And which stair is this? Is this a half stair? Come on, show me on the thing. Half, yes. So I could go wider. I should go wider. Let's do that's a BSM stairs. And we want half, no. What we want is tiny but not half. All right, so stairs tiny. And it's 02 to give that tread length. Oh, interesting. Are these also block ones? Oh, they are. Okay, we need the block tiny. O2. Nice. Neat. Put this guy over here and down into there. And now we can delete the old one and put the new one in place. All right. Nice. All right. We fixed those weird issues that should not have been a problem in the first place. Let's just make sure there's nothing else bizarre. This is off angle. Let's pull that over. Or is it this one then? Okay, there we go. This one too. Must have moved these on a different grid at some point and it kind of messed everything up. Make sure that's all still looking okay. It should probably be pulled forward. No, that's correct. Okay. What about this one? Okay, that's also not on grid correctly. Is all of this going to be messed up too? No, this one's actually okay. So we can push this one this way, so it's now aligned with that. Although we should cover that little ugly bit there. It's okay to have these offset a little bit. That's now on grid. All right. So these are on grid. That's got to be now because I just moved it recently. All right. Now we've got all this on grid and everything's good. Oh, we are missing a roof piece. What the heck? Like, really, what happened to these pieces? I have no idea. Save that. All right. Now we can build out the floor. So, we need to go 4 out, 4 this way, 4 that way, and we're using the deco. Deco floor. FLR? Deco. What is the. Deco SMFLR only. Because we're going to have to put in our own roofs for all these pieces for sure. Okay. Looks like they very much mostly just use this piece. Let's get these over to the correct placement. And is that aligned? No. Just making sure. All right. What are the differences between these? I'm sure it's just like little bits of breakage and stuff. Although I don't know if there's any differences between these two. All right, and we want to go, let's just check now what we're going to switch to. There's this tile. I think this is the best one to use. Oh, that's the clean one, though. This one. So this default is pretty clean. There's no cleaned up version of the default one, but there's a cracked version of this one. So let's use this. And I just want to see if there's any difference between these two pieces. So we'll go to this one. And I'm going to say no. What about this one? This one has some debris on it. Okay, so there are a few different pieces. We'll swap them out if we need to at some point later, although it's going to be a huge pain once it's off grid on the 45s. But it looks like for the most part we're just going to be using these. Nope. So one further this direction. That's all of that direction, and now we need to go 4 the other direction. And 4 down. So, take this whole set. Come on. Duplicate these, pull these. Make sure those are aligned. Everybody has the same time for all these stupid notifications. Stop it. I do not care. Okay. So that is our flooring that we're going to be putting in. Actually, one thing I need to do before I move these, I'm going to put these into a different layer here. Library, add selection to layer, and let's hide that layer. I need to put these all back onto this guy. Because I had to add some pieces. It will make a big difference in a bit, and in a moment actually when we move all this. So we can hide the house. We can't hide the elevator. Okay. That and then this whole building. And I'm just gonna move this whole thing into place. So we need to turn on framing and move this into here. And we're going to actually, before we rotate it, let's just make sure we're on grid. And rotate and pull that to there. Let's just see. I think we need to push this back just a bit to about there. Yeah. Make sure this bleeds over good. Make sure that gets into that corner for now. It looks good. We've got all of this area filled in. Perfect. Okay. So, we can turn the restroom back on and turn the antique room back on so we can see where they are. This is a little bit more pushed in than it should be. So let's see if I can, there we go, grab this again. So I need to grab this and align it as best as I can. That's pretty darn close. Yeah. Although, yeah, it should be okay because this is open. Hey, it's going well. Thanks. How are you doing? I am almost done with the geometry of the whole building here. I'm just trying to put in the hardest pieces now. So because this building doesn't have any doors. Oh, but it does have wall pieces. No, but we can line these walls up with these walls, so that should be okay. So the big problem is we need to make sure that we line our doors up with these. That's going to be a trick. We might have to do all of the, we might have to do this entire wall all at once on grid with these pieces rotated. Which should be okay. We should be fine. So let's start with this. So we're gonna have to figure out how to deal with this seam. This is probably gonna get deleted so we can do a seam here somehow. All right. And is there anything else we're going to check out? Oh, that's awesome. What kind of video did you do? So, okay. Yeah, because this is going to get hidden by a wall. Oh, cool. That's awesome. I'll have to check it out. All right. This is getting filled in with our house, which I need to turn back on here. And we're going to put a wall going in here. Oh, I should have done that first. It's going on here. Although, actually, it doesn't really matter. So, let's do deco walls then. Let's do this first. No, we should do, well, that one's floating, so it's actually okay. I need to, can I hide the visibility? How do I, Alt 1 is to, so if I hide this completely, Alt 1, okay, unhides it. So let's hide all these floor pieces for a second so that I'm not, actually I don't need to do those. I really just need these where the elevator stuff is so that I can deal with the stuff that's here and put it into the right place. Okay. So I want to grab this stuff and all of this stuff. All right. And I'm just going to pull it out for now. It's a good reminder that we need to put that there, but I do not need it right now. Oh, we missed a light. Oh well, whatever. It's fine. All right, and now Alt 1. Great. Hmm. Oh, okay. So the tricky part. We're going to do this whole wall and this wall. So this one comes for 4, and then this one goes over from here an extra 4. So that's what we're worried about. Okay, so we need to, let's hide everything we're not dealing with. That, this, this, that. Okay. Take this guy. And we're going to grab a floor piece because these are on the grid and we know they were. Get them on the grid again. Rotate it to be on the right grid. So now it's aligned. And we're going to put the back wall on so that everything matches up with these doors. And we're going down 1 floor because these are on the 2nd and 3rd floors. You have to remember to do that. So I'm going to start by looking in here though, because then I can snap it onto the floor here, I think. Okay. We want BLD Deco SM wall, and we're going to grab one of these. Yes. Okay. So the default layer is being turned back on. Oh, I forgot to put those into the other one. All right. Let's do that. This goes into residences. Get it out of the way. That elevator shouldn't give us any problems. And I think that's it. All right. So this guy, actually we can do Ooh, we can do a tall wall. How would it look with the tall one with the short one? Because we can go up 3 stories. So actually, let's do BSM or Deco BG wall. Is only 2 stories. Okay. Interesting. I thought it was taller than 2 stories, but I guess not. So, that's going to be interesting. Is there a taller wall? There's this top piece, which is just a top piece. I don't know when that would ever be useful. We've got BG wall. So that's the same one. Is there anything that's bigger than BG? Broke wall. BG wall. BG wall, hole, and mid. Mid alcove, like, is that putting an alcove at a mid height? Okay. Is that taller? No, it's the same size. They're just on different heights. Interesting. What should I do? So if these go up 2 stories, so what is, if that's 2 stories, then what's mid? Is mid 1.5 stories? Can't see. Mid's 1.5 stories. That's weird, but okay. So if that's the case, for this wall, it doesn't make sense to do 2 because we're going to be putting balconies in place. So we'll use the single pieces on this wall. The question is, how are we going to deal with the far wall? And do I do it so that well, we'll get there when we get there. Let's do this first. So we're not doing this the mid or the large, so we're going to do SM wall. And let's see what our options are here. We've got this one. We've got this one, which is just a little bit broken version of that one. That one's a more broken version. More broken version. Different breaks. More broken. Okay, so basically we're just going to use a bunch of these to break up some of the look. We're going to use mostly this one. And oh, come on. That went onto the shelf. We're going to use mostly this one, and then we'll do some other ones to break up the monotony. So what we're going to do, we'll occasionally throw a different one in. Okay, now I have to get the frame, which is a socket, right? And it's a B socket because it's double width. Where did that go? Ugh. Started up here. B socket. I also almost have another video out. By the way, why is that door? The door seems like it shifted downwards. Is that just me, or is it in the floor? It is totally in the floor. Okay. Why? Did I shift this floor up at one point? I must have. Huh. Why did I do that? Is that because of the residences? I hope not. Hold on. I'm gonna have to check this out. Wait a second. That wasn't on grid? Uh, hmm. Something's not right. Let's pull all this stuff onto grid first. Why is it not on grid? This. Oh, come on. Cancel that. I want to grab a floor piece because the floor pieces should be on the grid. Okay, now that should be on the grid. Did I? Maybe I moved it onto grid and then rotated it, and that's why it was off grid. So if I pull this now, okay, now it's snapping to grid properly. So what the heck happened with this door? Is this in the right place? Actually, it looks like it is. Let's just make sure. Yeah, so if that's the case, then what happened with this floor? Let's turn. Oh no, we can't check now. Although it shouldn't be a problem anymore. Hmm. Let's turn the residences back on. I need to double check something. Yeah, I don't think those should be a problem anymore. So if I moved this floor for that purpose, which I can't imagine that I did, I probably just screwed up and pulled it up by accident and didn't realize it and then put everything else on that height. So we're gonna fix that. Let's see what the best way to do that. We'll select all of this without the lights if we can. Actually, can we do it from down here? Oh yeah, it's still gonna grab the stuff at the top. And that's still grabbing that light. Ungrab that light and that light. All right, let's undo these ceiling selections, and we're gonna have to do the walls as well. I wonder when I screwed that up. Might have happened right away, and I just never caught it. Okay, that should be all of it, and this should go down one. Oh, no, I don't want to pull it off the grid. So let's just make sure we're grabbing something that's on the grid. And that should be good. Should line up. All that should be lined up correctly. Okay. One other thing was that these should be pulled in so that they have the overlap. All of this should be pulled in. So there's the overlap because apparently that's what they do, and I want to make sure that I don't do something that is going to cause problems later. And I'm not sure how that reacts to the nav mesh, and I think that that's the reason they do it, is maybe it's a nav mesh thing. That's what I'm assuming that those like little lips are for, is that they're like nav mesh identifying things. Although this doesn't have that. Oh no, it just is invisible because of that exact problem. All right, so we're gonna pull these forward. I don't love it though because and I've mentioned this before, but like the tile matches perfectly with the edge if it's edge to edge, but they don't use it that way, so it makes me think that there's a reason that that's a problem, but then it doesn't line up. So then we have the tiles like go under a little bit, and I don't like the look of that, but it's how they do it, so I'm assuming there's a reason for it. Okay, and we're gonna have to shift all of the toilets over a little bit if we're doing this as well. That should be fine. So we'll just grab this, 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 and make sure we grab all the decals and stuff. Oh, come on. What did I just grab there? It's so hard when the floor's in the place. This was not being used, so let's shove that in and onto that wall or something. We'll have to move it later. I can't grab. What did I just grab? Grab this, this, this. I'm just gonna grab the stalls first. I'll move everything else afterwards. Okay. Shift those. Now that's in. Toilet probably doesn't have to move, but we'll see. I'm just gonna have that floating for now because I have to figure that out later. What is this? This is supposed to be like dirt or something, but it doesn't seem to be putting dirt onto something. I'm not seeing it doing anything, but oh well. I'll leave it for now. These will shift over, but that's fine. That's looking fine. All right. That was the thing we needed to solve. Now that's all on the edge there. And we're going to do the same with the upper floor so that all of it's lined up. That one's lined up. This edge isn't lined up. Is that because there's bleed on the back edge because these all got pulled through too far? Right? Yeah. Okay. So we're going to take the whole floor. And we're going to shift it over. One. Oh, we missed a piece. That's okay. We can fix that. So, if that's true, then this whole thing was actually shifted. Oh, come on. This whole... Really? How is that selecting that? That should be selecting that. Ugh. Uh-oh. I'm trying to base it on the centerpiece, but it doesn't necessarily line up perfectly. That should be perfectly centered on that door if I get it correctly, but I don't think it is. Oh, maybe it is. Yeah, no, that is actually. All right. Something was just slightly off about it. That runs right into the door. Do I want it to do that? No, probably not. So actually we're gonna go back one. All right. And then we'll just leave that. All right, and then this whole wall has to come in. One. These guys are gonna get pulled in as well. Actually, I'm just gonna do this. Oh, this. Because there's a lot of pieces to that I built. And this one too. Come on. Grab it. Grab it. Why? Oh my god, no. Grab this. Just that. Ugh, stupid. Alright. Grabbing anything stupid? Hopefully not. It's hard to tell. Okay, this guy. Great. And this whole wall too, I'm sure. Has to be pulled in. Yep. One. Which means we're gonna have to move all that. We'll deal with that in a second. This one is aligned now. Yeah, because that edge is now correct. So it's just this one. And pull this in. All right. Is there anything weird going on there? I just saw something that looked a little bit funky, but I think that was just this material looking weird. All right. And that should be pulled out from being inside the wall, probably. Unless they're built-ins, but they're not. Same with this. That one, well, whatever. We can deal with that later. It'll have to be like pulled off the grid slightly, so we can deal with that at a later time. Pull this. Is that good? Yeah, that's probably good. And then, is this guy inside the wall? Yes, it is. There we go. And those are fine, and there's nothing else on that side. Okay, great. So now that's all fixed. Now we can get to resolving the problems of this building. And there were no windows outside on this building from what I recall. Although I could check, because this wall can't be changed once we put this in stone. But I'm pretty sure there were none. So I'm going to leave it closed. And we're just going to deal with it. Okay, so now what we need is the things we were going to do in the first place. So we're going to grab this. And this is on grid now. And we're going to put this here and spin it. It has to line up with this door. Nice. Okay, and then we're going to do the same down here with these, except these are A pieces. So we're going to do this one, spin that, pull that forward, and we'll try the other A and just see if it's all that different, but it probably isn't. It doesn't look like it's different, but I guess it's better than nothing. This frame may not be ideal for this, although it's not super bad looking. Oh well, we'll see. Really, it should be swapped with the men's side, because I would expect the men's side to be more beaten up, and this is going to go over here. We need the woman's sign later. The restroom sign is going to go like in the middle. Let's swap these. Make the men's side grosser for flavor. All right. Push this into the wall. Nice. And that gives us reference points to use now. Why are these not aligned to the same grid locations? Something off about this wall? Probably. Okay, we're gonna have to figure that out. We'll have to do that. Well, we can do that now. Let's grab another small wall, put this one in its place, and get everything aligned. All right, so this cannot be there. So we're gonna shift this over 1. And the interior wall then also has to shift over 1. And hopefully the bleed there gets caught in the edge between these two things. And it looks like it does, so we're good. Okay. And that lines up with this, so we have got that on the right plane. Let's put this here. Put it more at eye level. Let's center it. There we go. Make it really obvious. And we'll grab the women's one afterwards. All right, so we can grab and duplicate this one because this is our main piece, and we'll put just this one over here. And we will grab a different one for the other side. Why does it rotate it not to the place I'm facing? Excellent. Okay, and then we're going to continue this. We have to go below 1 floor, and we have to go out. How far again? It was... Oh, this is the edge, and then we have to go 4 over to the right. Okay. Let's just do that first. Give myself a point of reference. So we're going here, from here to 1. So to here, 2, or 1, 2, 3, and we actually probably want to do 5 just to make sure that there's bleed. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yep. Oh, hold on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yes. And we'll swap some of those out in a second. Actually, the bottom floor is open. It's the upper floor we're worried about. This is going out that way. Right. And we're going to fill that in. All right, so let's grab some more of these pieces to use to disperse through here. I'm gonna grab like, let's grab this one and like this one, and we're gonna keep these the same, and then we're gonna fill this one in with something different. And we'll grab this one and have two of them in a row that are the same because that's fine. We'll do that one different. And then we're gonna do the same kind of thing on the next floor down. Let's grab a 4. Not on top of that, please. Grab, oh, actually we should go down to this level anyway. So grab a 4 and pull it into there. And we'll pull this through. And we'll put this one here. Okay. And then we're gonna do another one of those messed up ones here. And maybe here. But hold on. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, and we need a 5th one. The 5th one's going to be normal because that one's bleed, so it doesn't matter. This one's also bleed, so it doesn't matter. It's these that are important. All right, let's go back and grab another one of these. Let's do like 7. Oh, 7 is really, truly messed up. Maybe we shouldn't use 7. Oh, wait, no, it's inside of the other decal there. It's just got a chip missing at the bottom. Okay. That's acceptable. Something like that. And we're not going to see these probably. And we need another one for that spot there. So let's grab 8. And we'll put that here, and we'll move this one over. Does that have a hole through it? It shouldn't. It looks like there is a hole in that, though. I don't think I really want to use 8. Let's use 9 instead. And now I could try to make it a gradient a bit and have like more destroyed pieces going in one section and lesser destroyed pieces as it goes up, or either or that or the opposite. But I don't know. That's gonna make a difference. Oh yeah, actually we aren't going to do bleed. What we're going to do is putting a wall in. That was what we were gonna do. I'm gonna do this, and best practice seems to be like that. So there's an overlap. How do they deal with these being overlapping? Are there corners? Corner. Oh, interesting. Well, those are like, that is a different kind of corner from what I was thinking of. Is there like a corner hallway kind of piece? Doorway, alcove, corner, curve, end. End is the true end. And it looks like they just smash them into each other and don't worry about the bleed. Okay, that's fine. If that's the case, I don't care either. And then this comes forward 4, I believe. So, let's just do something like, we'll grab this, and I'll duplicate these. Pull them down to this level, spin this. Put this one over here. Line those up, line those up. And then we'll grab another one of these and duplicate this down. And then we'll grab this set. No, we'll grab this set, duplicate this, move this over here. Am I on top of it? There we go. Pull this down. Okay. Just trying to stagger these and do this in a way that I don't have to pull out individual pieces. So this gives me a little bit more freedom. We'll pull this one over to here. Spin that, pull it to that point. And there. Okay, and we'll grab this one. Let's do 2 broken ones back to back here. We haven't done that yet. We don't want to do it like all over the place because it will be too obvious that that's what we're doing. It's better to have pieces that are not broken together because we can vary them up with like decals and stuff. But it should be fine. All right. Grab this, duplicate this, and that's 4. So we'll switch out. I didn't take this piece. No. Okay, we'll grab this one and put this one down at the bottom. Okay, so that should be that whole wall, hopefully. Let's just do an extra row for good measure. In case we need the bleed, which we probably will. All right, so that's that whole wall section. And then we'll do the balcony separately because we can mess with it a little bit. There's some bleed between the walls here. Yeah. Okay. Let's hide the antique room and the restrooms. And we're going to pull this onto the library layer. And then we will re-show the restroom and antique room because we're going to grab that and add it to our selection here. Okay, and now we should be able to put it all in place. So let's just do that. Let's turn all the stuff on other than ruler because we don't need ruler. And rotate and pull it in location. Need to make sure we don't bleed into that gap, but that's actually quite a lot of space. And we want to be as close to that wall as possible. So we want to move. Let's deselect this, get our handle in a better place. I'm going to move this back a touch. That's still hiding that wall. It looks like it is. It's not coming through there. It has a good gap size, right? Yep. Okay, and check this section out here. This is going to be a problem. We might need to put a huge column in here or something to hide that. This is forward from that edge, so actually we could come over a little bit, but we can't come over too far because it needs to be, actually, is this inside of a bleed? It is. So we could pull wall in that way, which we might have to do. Let's put it back. Okay, let's put it back. We'll hide the things we aren't using. Okay. And we're gonna grab an edge and make some more bleed. This is fine. And pull that over here. These not aligned. What did I do? Okay, yeah, no, that's fine now. Okay, and pull this into the library as well. We could choose a different palette for these. It's going to be a pain to go through each individual one and change it now, but we'll take a look once we got everything in place. If we really like another one, it's worth to change. It's not a huge deal to change it. It's just a little annoying. Oh, come on. Ah, oh, come on. I'm so used to shift being selection, but it doesn't work that way in this. They break a few conventions, unfortunately, with the way that they've laid out the controls for this thing. Okay, that should be everything again. Turn all this stuff on, except for the ruler, because screw the ruler, we don't need it. Uh-oh. Wait, why did that just unselect everything? Oh, come on, are you kidding? And I'm not... Why did that unselect things? It should not have done that. Okay. Grab all of this. All of these things. All of these things. Shift. Oh, and we need to turn on the wall piece there and then there, so that we're making sure we're going to be as close to on grid as possible. And what we're doing is going to put this over to there. And that's too much bleed, but we'll fix that in a bit here. We can pull this over. How much further is that as far as we can go? That looks like it might be as far as we can come. Just don't want to have any bleed into here. But it looks like we're good. Yeah. That's in the gap still, I think. Or actually, we can tell from down here. So that's currently too much bleed. I think. Hold on. It's really hard to tell. So there's this wall there, so that wall is here, so that's actually probably okay. So how's the bleed on this side? So we're gonna have to do something with this. We might just have to shove a pillar in here then, unfortunately. Double checking to make sure. Actually, we should be able to come up. No, we'll put a corner piece in here. That'll hide that. All right. That's probably where we want to be then. Let's make sure we didn't leave anything behind. Looks like we did not. We ended up pulling ourselves a little bit closer to this building as a whole. Oh, there is a sign there that's out of place. Interesting. I think there's another male washroom sign though, so that's whatever. Just want to make sure there's no bleed going on the other side. Yeah, okay, there is. So we're gonna come over. Oh, and that wall. Okay, that wall's fine though. How much bleed is in there? That's about exactly perfect. Let's come over here. See what that top one is. That's a bit too much. Let's push it in slightly. So I'm going to deselect these and select these. Is that as good as I can get it? It should be like there, really. But if I do that, then that comes in there. I could pull this whole thing over a little bit as well. But what's a better option? Is that a better option? Gets this wall. How is the bleed between these two walls? A little bit tight, isn't it? Can't tell from that floor. There we go. Too tight. Should be. That's still a bit too tight. Is it? That's actually pretty good. But that's still the problem here. So if we pull it there, that's probably the best solution we can have. So we'll have to put an edge piece in here, which is fine. That's not a big deal, I don't think. It is a big gap, but I'm sure we can find some way to seal that up. Okay, well, that's going there, that's there. But that is about the right amount of distance, actually, so that's where it's going to have to be. So we're going to have to put a corner piece in here to hide that seam. That's coming across completely. Good. So it is farther than it needs to be. We can kill this bleed. Good. This is going to have some door in it at some point. The elevator is going to have to come right in the middle here, so we're going to have to chop some of these out, but that's okay. And we can now start killing these pieces. Okay. Still have to do that. Do the flip side of this wall. Which we'll have to align when we get the door in place. That it's going to be a bit of a problem. Although we can just move the whole wall at the same time, so it's not actually that bad. It was just nice to line them up this way. All right. Let's take a look at the color palettes we have access to. The warm one's pretty ugly. I think I'm going to keep it on this one. There's no other. Yeah, basically you just have the two. Okay, that's fine. Whatever. And just to see what it would have been like. The black is nice, but I think for a library it makes sense to have more warm tones. Although I don't want the whole thing to be like super warm. It's just, I just think that's ugly. Come on. There we go. And these aren't quite aligned. I mean, I guess I could have tried to get these aligned, but that's all right. So these are not going to be able to do that. We're going to have to figure something else out for this, so we'll just delete these out now. And we're still going to have to figure out this wall. But this wall's on grid, so it's not a problem. This is the big one, that's the issue. And we have to do that wall as well. And this is where I'm thinking I could do like the big one. And the question is, do I do the big one at the top or at the bottom? Like, do I do a 2 high one up here and then 1 high one down here? Maybe that's the best option. Actually, yeah, that would be the best option because then we're going to have, although we're going to have the balcony coming in all these anyways, but I could also make these not too high here where the balcony is going to come in. But then I think 1 high all the way around here and then 2 high up here. And then that can give me what I was going to do anyway, which was have this part kind of pushed in and have a little bit of a ledge here with an entryway. Yeah. So, we have any image of that? Let's see if we have any reference to the front of the building. Not anymore, or like not currently. It's here, but I can't see it from here. I'm gonna have to check once today, but we'll wait before we do that. Okay. This is our biggest challenge. The question is, can we do anything smart to fix it, like we did in the other place where we had an offset? Or do we just do... We're gonna have to offset something. The question is how. We want that to align with that door. We could shift this whole section down so that then it is below this one. And then we could put in... Yeah, and then we can have this be a hard edge going all the way across to here. And do a trim line. That's not a bad idea. Then we're going to have to shift this whole section of the building. Well, it's not a bad idea. We'll think about it. We'll come back to that. First, we need to duplicate what we've done here. Oh, come on. What am I selecting? If I'm not selecting that, what am I selecting? Because I'm clearly clicking on something. It's just not giving me the ability to select anything. Why? Hello? Hello? What is going on? What am I selecting? There's clearly something problematic with this piece. What the heck? Is there a piece missing? What is going on here? How is that possible? There's something that is the matter. Okay, let's save this. I had a dialog box open. I see. Okay. There we go. So that's weird that it does that. Duplicate these. Spin them around. And push them over. Actually, no, we were going to do double height ones, right? So we just want the bottom floor pieces. How long is this wall? Is it... It's 7 pieces? Okay. So let's put this onto the grid. Great. And just gonna do... Grab one of these maybe. One of these. That should be enough. Pull these, oh god. Pull these over here. And spin that. And pull them in. And we're gonna vary these around a little bit. Put this one on this side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay. And we're gonna do the double height one then. Oh, we're gonna want windows, right? Okay, we need to look at the reference. Let's just delete this whole thing. we're going to save here, and we need to see what our reference looks like on the exterior. Back to the Commonwealth. It's going to take a little while. All right, come on. There we go. Coordinates based, and 3, 2. Let's go. Hello. Hey. Okay, come on. All right. Clear that out. We want to grab this thing and hide that because it's ugly. And we want to see this. So yeah, that's the overhang I was thinking about doing. It's not going to be round. None of this is going to be round. We don't have round walls, so I just want to grab a good reference image of this. Okay. So let's do our snipping tool. Give me a second here. New. That. Put that in our document as reference. And I also want to see this side. Show you what I'm doing in a second. Well, you'll see what I'm doing in a second. I'm going to show you the finished product. But hold on. Let's copy that and go back to our document. And fix this up. All right. That's still not giving me a good look. I'll show you what I'm doing now. All right, so over here, trying to grab reference for how this building is laid out. I can't get it all on screen, it's looking like. Pull this over. Where is the edge of this thing? Did they change how this is laid out? It goes right to the edge now? Okay. It's kind of actually not a good way of doing that, but okay, Google. Sorry for setting off anybody's assistant. All right. That gives me the full perspective on what's going on here, I think. Well, I'll pull this in a little bit more. Yeah, so that's these. Okay, now I can see this. Now I have reference. Back to our interior scene. Let's go. So, this wall is going to have a couple of windows and then 2 windows. I don't think I have anything that's 2 windows, but we'll see what we have. Let's check now. Just come over here. So we have these. These are all just going to be solid. Which are the ones with windows? Hole? No, hole is just a hole. It's the sockets, right? Although there was a piece that I saw. There was a piece that had like a window in it. Top hole is not what I need. Top hole sealed, top window. So there's one that actually has like a window. Top window. Top window hole. Interesting. But what we need is 2. Do they even have that? That's the question. And if they don't, then we might want to reverse it from the way we were thinking of doing and having the bottom one be too high and the top one being a single one high. And then we can get a single window on top and then the top window. But let's just see what we got. Holes, alcoves. These are all top specifically. What is this underhang? Huh. We might be able to use that here. Oh no, I see what that's for. It's not for. It's for a trim under the windowsill, I think, or under the alcove at the least. So those aren't gonna work. Top, top, top. Socket, 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 and these are all socket bot, mid, top. There's no socket minus the locations. So they're all going to be only singular ones. Mid. Yeah. Oh, hold on. Bot top. Oh, okay. Bot top. These are the ones we're looking for then. Are there any other windows? So it's just called window hole. Wall window would be what we're looking for. But I don't think so. No. Oh, here we go. Mid window hole. So it'd be. Wait. Mid window hole. What else do we got here? Two-way, bot, corner, 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 mid, free wood, alcoves, holes, window, hole. So that's just in the middle. Wall, bot, mid, top, bot, top. Okay, so we're just gonna have to look for these things then. So what are our options here? We have tall windows. We have wide windows. We have an arched window. None of these are arched. No. So that's out. This is going to be the same thing. 2 arched windows. A tiny slit window. Those are not what we're looking for. Different tiny slit. Oh yeah, because I'm looking at the same set. And ginormous windows. Huh. What would suit this best? So if we're trying to emulate the fact that there are 2 windows per wall piece, then probably we want the tall windows. and then we'll put, yeah, okay, so we'll do the tall windows, and we'll put that window piece on the bottom level. Yeah, okay. Are these the same height, or are they different heights? They seem to be different heights. That's unfortunate, but it is what it is. All right, so I'm just gonna set up what this is gonna theoretically look like, so we get an idea. It's gonna be like this, and then we're gonna do SM wall, and I want the one with the window. Grab this and put this back down. Make sure that that lines up. Yep. So it's gonna look something like that. I need window. What I need is like the lattice work for these windows. So let's see. Deco. Small wall window. Window hole. Big wall window. Window hole. Big wall. These are all just the whole wall pieces though, right? Yeah. Arched window wall. Oh, that's a huge one. Why didn't that show up before? Although it's not like what we want, but why didn't that show up before? Weird. Um, Mid, small, free window. That like what we're trying to do? So do we want the window hole and then put this in there maybe? We'll see. That might be what we need to do, but we'll see. Okay, building add-on bay window. Okay, this is the exterior pieces. That's exterior. This is interior. Okay, these are the wallpaper ones, the wood ones. DC kit window. I don't know what that's for. Not what we need though. Also not what we need. Debris, wood, window boards. These are to cover windows up. Yep. Set dressing, corner window, architecture, architecture, hit custom window. Oh, I see. HIT, all of these are special pieces that we're not going to want to use. Industrial building shell corner window. What is this thing? Oh, crazy. Okay. No. But interesting. My eyes are like dry suddenly. Drink more fluids. Hope it will fix it. Lighthouse window glow. Don't know. Ah. Okay. It is the actual lighthouse beacon. Oh yeah, that's architecture, effects, architecture, interiors, vault stuff, vault stuff. So we don't have. What is that stuff called then? What is the weird trellisy stuff? What is this stuff? Glass. Okay, we're looking for glass. Um, Back to static. Glass. And so I guess they just have the glass with the pane kind of like as one piece, which is weird, but all right. Glass building broke. There's nothing in there. They don't use it much, it looks like. They use this one. Although I don't see anything on that either. Um, chunk is used a bit. I have no idea what that is. Do I need to turn something on to be able to see these things? What is this switch here? Animate light and effects. Toggle lights. Is there a way I can see this weird glass stuff? Like if I grab this guy and I turn off the lighting stuff. Oh yeah, I can see it now. So it's a shattered bunch of window. Okay. It sucks that you can't see that without the lighting. All right. We want solid probably. Or is it solid? I don't know what solid means. Is that like boarded up maybe? There's transparent. Maybe it is solid. Uh, transparent exterior. Is that supposed to go on the exterior? So if that's transparent, what's it gonna do? We probably want opaque. Oh, there we go. Um, one-sided. So then, how is that different from glass solid? How are these two different? Ah, one is just a sheet of glass, and this one also just a sheet of glass. Okay, good to know. So this is what we're using. Let's put this in here. Then we probably want the one with a hole in it rather than this one. Put that there and pull this up and push it back. And actually, is there, this is a socket, so there must be a plug for this. We don't need any more of this because we're just gonna duplicate this thing. Let's go deco BG wall and plug. Sockets. So is it not a BG then? It's just deco. So deco or just wall plug. Oh god. I shouldn't have hit backspace. It's gonna search for the whole thing. Okay. Um wall plug. Concrete deco wall plug a bot door. The So they're just wall plugs. They don't have modifiers on them. Interesting. So you just pull them up to the level you need them at, I'm guessing. So we need, what is that, C probably? Perfect. And in. Perfect. Is it the same height or is this a different one? That's a different one. So is that D? No. Is that E? No. F? Uh-oh. G? No. H. Why would they make this if there's no socket or a cover for it? Oh god, there's not going to be one. I'm gonna have to go searching around. Why would you make this if it doesn't have a piece that you can use with it? Really? There's nothing? There's just no... Like, really? What am I supposed to do? Oh, um, what is this thing called? SCKTC bot top. Okay. So it is used in a couple of places as the brick set, and as the deco set it is used, or no, there's only the brick set is used. Hold on. Save this. Let's go see if we can find any of these. So we're looking for wall socket C bot top. And now we're gonna go through these sets and see if we can find any of these. Okay, there. Again, we're gonna save this, make sure that we're good. Oh, come on. I'm not trying to rename this. I'm just trying to go see this. Show me. Let's be here. Is this it? Yes. So it's because the deco trim eats into the thing. They didn't check that? Why did they not check that? Why is it that that one set doesn't work then? Is there... I wonder if this is the only one that's in use. No. Hold on. Okay. There is somebody using the deco one. Let's see what they did for that piece that's not aligned then. Should be this one here. They just put them in there and don't worry about the fact that there's like a weird gap. Okay. That's stupid, but okay. What is this? I want to know what this window pane is. I want to see what they're doing with it. Let me select it. Come on. I select this one. Okay, what is this? It is the opaque one. Okay, wait, hold on. Exterior 01 opaque. Wasn't that the one though that like didn't have the trellis? So how are they getting the trellis in there? If I move this, I need to undo it. That one does have the trellis. And this one, also the same thing. They just have a decal on it. Okay. They have all these lights in this place for this purpose as well. So what I might do is I might do this. I might grab. Oh, come on. Now it's not going to let me. Can I grab that light? I want to grab that light. No. Want to grab the light. Don't want to grab the stupid decal. Want to grab the light. There. This, this, that, this. Oh, we already grabbed that, and this, and that. Okay. I'm just going to copy this. We're going to go back to our scene. And go here and paste this. Nice. Now I've made sure that I have the set that they have. We're going to just stack them where we were making ours. Okay, that should be the whole thing. Yep. Pull this over here. that overlapping, good. And then I want to drag this from a place that makes sense. Let's reselect that, select this. There we go. Okay. So we'll just use this fab as the whole thing, and I'm gonna switch this one out for the one with the whole deco window. Is that what it was called? No, deco SM window, wall window, hole. This one. Okay, make sure that's in the right spot. There we go. And I'm going to take this and duplicate that and put this down here. And that sort of emulates how the outside of the building works. It's not exact, and it will not be, and I don't think there is a way to even get close because of the way that they do the windows, where it's 2 and then 1. But this gives a similar feel to it, and I'm okay with that. Oh, come on. And there's no plug for this one, right? This is just an all-in-one. That's fine. So this is going to be the way that we're going to do all of those walls. So I'm just going to grab this whole thing, deselect these things, whatever that is. Let's just pull this. Uh-oh. Grab that as well. Make sure we're not grabbing anything we don't need, but make sure we're also grabbing all the things we do. Okay, and I'm gonna want to have some of these be straight, so we're gonna put some of these over here. So I'm gonna duplicate this and just have that as a stack that's separated, and then we're gonna do the 4 that we need here, right? 1, 2, or actually we need more than 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Right, we're duplicating first. Let's pull these away from that thing so we can select this more easily. Just make sure before we continue on with this that we're doing the correct full set. Okay. And oh yeah, we're gonna put we will have to put some trim in there probably. But we should probably do it after we do this. Well, no, we'll undo that actually. Okay. Let's grab that piece now. Where does it go? It will go right there. Deco trim. No, deco SM trim. SM wall trim. Oh no, it's platform. SM plat. What is the set? Where is trim? Trim. SMFL plat trim. I wonder if there's other trim. Hold on. Now we're going to scroll all the way up to the deco set. Something else that's a deco. Deco lobby trim. What is this? Oh, these are exterior. Okay. These are all exterior pieces. BLD deco. So there's the stair trim, the platform trim, the skylight ceiling trim. And these are all mid pieces. Oh. Yeah, we're not using that in this set. Okay. Hello. Yeah, we're not using this in this set. Corner trim. These are all platforms. Okay, so then we're going to do an edge piece here. Ah. That's a very short edge piece. But that's not awful, actually. The default looks worse. So if we did something like that, that'd be better or not. Maybe not. There's going to be a floor piece on some of these, and then it's going to be open on some of it. And there's no other pieces for this. Trim single, what does that mean? Oh, nope. So actually, we're probably okay. Let's just not have too much detail going into this thing because it's going to be really, really hard to load this whole room. All right, pull that over. Pull this over. And we need two more, so we'll just take the same set and pull them over. And there's our wall. And that's this whole wall. So let's get it in place. That's pretty good. And we'll delete out the old one. This is going to look kind of cool. Which was the goal. But you just never quite know. Yeah, so we'll do that all the way up to there. And we'll do the other one going in this way. And I'm not going to bother doing that weird. Well, I could. I could just turn this one inwards a little bit. It depends on how this matches up. We're gonna probably have to put a pillar in anyway, but all right. So this is gonna go. Hold on. We need to look at a reference. Yes, that one wall also has the same layout. So we're gonna put one in here. Let's put one over here. Go about there. We'll have to figure out exactly where it goes once we finish putting these other walls in. Actually, once we put this wall in more. So, just make sure I'm grabbing something that's actually on grid here. Yeah. That's going to come up to like there. Although if we turn this one, well, we should probably turn that first then. Let's just pull this all the way over for now. And pull it forward so we can grab it. Yeah, this wall here. Can't grab that. If I grab that, it's going to be a big problem. Can I grab that section? No. Actually, that should be okay. So we can then grab just the pieces we're missing there. Is that everything? Yep. Okay. Put that back in place. Spin this. Not that much. I want to go off grid here. Oh, wrong grid. This grid. Like that much. Make sure there's no bleed into things. That actually looks pretty good. So then this wall's gonna have to be shifted back a touch if we want to have that line up. We have to finish this first, I think. Although it doesn't matter too much actually, because we can shift this one wall as much as we want because of the angle. Okay, yeah, that's fine. So we'll do that because it actually looks kind of cool. It has that bend in it. We're gonna put a pillar straight up through here, hide that seam. Yep. This one we might change out for more of these, just to get that platform in place. But we'll figure that out in a minute. Because we can just duplicate the bottom one, pull it up. Actually, it doesn't really make that much of a difference. All right, this one now. Duplicate. Duplicate. That's the 3 that we need. We'll need a 4th one. We might need to do one without a window in it. Actually, hold on. What's the reference look like? It's weird. We could just do another one of these in here. In fact, we should just do 2 more. Or 3 more, really. And then we can chop out any ones we don't need. And we'll go this way. And then one more this way. That's going to be frustrating to deal with, but if I get rid of framing, I should be able to grab it just fine. Okay, where's a good angle? Hopefully I can grab everything from here. I missed the whole bottom row. I did, but at least that's just easy ones to grab. Oh, I missed the whole front piece section. All right, well, again, not that bad. All right, we have them all. Let's turn framing back on. And now we can pull this whole thing in. I need to match this up, so let's unselect these 2. And then select those. I want to get as close as we can. There we go. And we'll put a pillar in there to hide that seam. And we'll flip this one to be at an angle in this corner. But we'll deal with that later. For now, we will get rid of these. And we're going to have to take out these because this is going to become the doorway. It's going to be sideways here. And that should be... I can't really tell what the way the entrance is supposed to be. Is it supposed to be coming up from the front or the side there? It's kind of both. It's kind of weird. Well, it's fine. Whatever. We'll just delete out this wall. And we'll pull... What was I saying? We can adjust the depth of this wall a little bit. And this way as well. So we can pull this one forward. Okay, so we'll just delete out the bottom tier. Well, we'll do that afterwards. We're just going to remember that this is here. And that we need to line up that. But we can't line that up without doing this wall. So now we do this wall. And what we need is to start with this, because this is the one piece that joins the 2. So we want... Deco SM wall socket O2 O1. Oh, it's B. Not O2. B. Oh, and we're off grid. Let's fix that. Oh, and now it's snapping on the off grid. What a dumb way for that to work. Doesn't work like that on the other one, but it does on this one. that not lined up? That's supposed to be lined up perfectly with that. Okay, let's line it up with the interior first and make sure it's lined up. Okay, it's hovering. Good. That should not have been off like that, but it was. And it would create a lot of problems if it were to remain that way. Okay, there is our reference point. Stretch for a second there. All right. This is our reference point. Everything is going to lead to this. Now everything's going to be on grid here, so that should make life a lot easier. So let's start doing this. Why is that not on the grid? Okay, it is now. And we're just gonna do this for now, just to get a whole reference for the grid here. And I can swap some of these out later. It's not hard, but let's just get everything going. Okay, I'm just gonna delete those two. Actually, oh my god, stop disappearing. There. So we might want to do a double height one of these as well. Let's do it. Let's go building BG wall. Isn't that what it is? Isn't it? Oh, I have the S still in there. Go BG wall. Yeah. Forward and up and up. Okay. So we will put this over here. And that is our reference point. We're just going to pull this over the whole way so that we know exactly where all this is going. This is where the problem begins, because that's going to totally bleed in there. So we have to figure out some way to hide this whole problem. We can shift this whole wall. No, we can't. Because of that. We can shift the top layer of this whole wall, though. We just can't do this one. But let's see. Do we have pillars? Wall, pillar. 01. Way too small. Pillar big. There we go. Still way too small. That is. Actually. For the bottom, it's. Oh, wait, hold on. We didn't have to kill the bottom. We can move the top, but we can't kill the bottom. But what we can do is use this big guy to hide most of our problem. We can find a good spot to put it. It should be at the right height. Yeah, okay, good. It was, for a second there, it looked like the heights were wrong. Is it supposed to sit on top like that? Yeah, okay. So that should hide our issue. Why doesn't it go all the way up? Oh, I guess we can put the roof in here, so that's fine. So then this whole part needs to be shifted outside. We can come over one full half tile, then it will look better with the bottom wall. Is that one whole tile? Are they not? Oh, there we go. I was like, what? They don't have a proper setup that way? This still bleeds in there. Okay. How much? Very, very slightly. But it does. So we can't go quite one half tile, but we can't go too much further than that either. And I don't really want it to be offset. Unless we offset it completely by one half tile. Like there. Is that going to create problems though? Just want to make sure there's nothing that we can see through that crack. Okay, that's good. So it's offset by one. Oh no, it's not quite one half tile yet. This might be the problem though. This might be just too far. No, it's still covered there. No, it is just too far. Dang it. What if, can we move this now to adjust for that? We can. We might have to find some edge pieces for that trim there. Unless we can go. Does that cover it? That might have covered it. Okay. And that I can't see through there. Good. So that will work. All right. That's big O1. Do we have a small version of big O1? Probably. We'll have to check. Pillar big. Pillar bot. Where's pillar bot? Oh, that's the broken pillar. Okay. Big O1. Excellent. Why does that line up improperly? Like, why do they not have these two match up properly? Or is this just too low? This might be too low. But if this is too low, then how do you cover that? Oh, well, there's going to be a floor in here, so that's not a problem. Hopefully. But why are these not the same? They should be the same. Okay, that covers that now. Oh well. The floor will fix that problem. We're going to put enough floor here. So that should be okay. I hope. But yes, it does seem to cover our crimes very well. It covers this side and it covers that one. Although these don't need to be the big wall because we're going to be putting a platform in here as well. I just remembered that, but it doesn't matter. We can just do the same thing, but with these pieces. Okay. How far out is that? Okay, let's actually just duplicate these first. Ugh, come on. What am I selecting? Oh, I'm through the other side of that wall, that's why. Select these, and these. And we'll select these here so that I can get the handle there. All right, and we shift this. That lined up now with this one, I think. Okay, and I'm just going to duplicate this and pull this over to build that. And that means we can get rid of these. What did I grab? I clicked the button. Oh my god. I can't allow those false clicks to happen because I don't know if I'm deleting weird things like oh, I wonder if it's because maybe I'm dragging my mouse slightly so it's doing this. But even so, ever the more reason I should not allow that to happen because I just do not know if it's treating that correctly. Yep. There's going to be floors here, so it should be okay. Which means we also might not want to have these, but that's okay. We'll figure that out too. Now that we have this reference, we can put this wall in its place. So let's grab all this. Not all that other stuff, just this stuff. And we can get rid of these guys in a second. I'm going to shove this one right to there. Actually, we want to go just past it. That's how they do it. All right, and we'll duplicate this and put another one in here. Duplicate this, put another one over here. Oh, they are two. Actually, no, it doesn't matter. That corner is not representative of what's going to happen. It doesn't matter. Okay. Good. Excellent. Delete these. Hooray. And we can delete this thing too. Now we just have to worry about this, which is going to be our entrance. We're going to put a legend here, and it's going to go in that way. And we may put a corner in here to round it, but we will see how that looks in a moment. First, let's finish off setting this area up, and that means we need some floor pieces. That's 4 wide, is it? I don't know. We'll see in a second. Yes, it's 4 wide. And it goes over, good. So we want it to come in here so that it doesn't bleed through, but that it bleeds just into the wall. That looks like that's doing that. Good. Okay, let's shove this one right over to the corner. We want to go 1 bit into the wall. Yep, okay, good. All right, and we can start to build this out. And now we can do this. Duplicate. Duplicate. And now we see our collision issue where they come together. Okay, and we're gonna have to figure out how to solve this. I think we're gonna end up putting a solid line in. But we'll see in a second. First, since we already have the pillars up, we might as well do this part. We can use the small pillars here. Or do we want to do large pillars to make it look more structural? Well, we'll do the small pillars for now. We can change it later. Hopefully the small pillars line up better because we're not going to be covering these. Maybe there are different styles. No, I think they're all just the same mesh, but different amount of destruction on them, as is normal with these sets. Okay, interesting. Is this going to work for us? It's currently showing too much of that trim through it. So we might actually have to do the big one, which is going to have that issue. Because that doesn't cover that seam there, which is also a problem. Can't see. Trying to look at the seam. It covers that one, but I don't think it covers the other side. Yeah. I don't want a gap there. So this sucks, and we're gonna have to use the stupid big pillar, which doesn't have a good match. I wonder if we could just stack like 3 of these, if that would be better. Where did that go? Okay. Why are they so off? Like really? Pull that. Like what the heck? Why would you do it that way? Like really? Um, there's no like thing for this, right? Uh, pillar top? No, that's like the destroyed one. And I bet you they've not done anything like this before, so they're not going to have a solution to this somewhere else. Okay, let's see if we can find any instances where they have stacked any of these kinds of things. So, we are looking for Deco SM wall pillar big. Or what? Oh, BG. Save this and back to the search. Oh, okay. Pillar big. In fact, it'd be better to see if we have both of them, but we'll check this one first. Is there anything that's tall in here? Actually, there are some tall things. So, how do they do with these pillars? They just shove them straight through the roof in this section. And that's the whole thing, is this whole section there, right? There are no other big pillars probably anywhere else. Oh, no, that's there. Yeah, okay, so this whole section, pointless for us. Keep going. Okay. Hopefully this one. I don't know if there's a single place where these exist stacked. That's there. That's definitely not stacked. And what about this one? No. Okay, I'm sure there's nothing stacked in here then. There's some double height ones, but those are, well, let's see. Yeah, so those go into the floor there. And there was a double height one somewhere over here, but that goes up into the roof. Yeah. Okay, so no. Continue on to our search. I bet you they just don't try to stack pillars ever. But why would you intentionally make things that don't stack? That's I I disagree with the logic behind that kind of a decision. Like, I get that you might want different tones on the 2 different pieces, but they should not have misaligned. They should absolutely have made sure that the widths were the same, that the circumferences were the same. That's just in a corner. I'm sure they're all like that. Oh, there's one. That's a double height one. And it's just double high. What we really want to do is find a place that's tall enough to have a stacked roof. And this one has 2 layers, but it doesn't have 3. There's another one that's right here. Theater. So a theater is pretty tall. Maybe this one will have something for us. This is 2 stories. They don't see any pillars in use. Oh, here. But they are stacking them. They're stacking them into the floor, so you don't notice. Uh-huh. And are there any others? No. Just that column. There should be 4 of these. There's 2. Not seeing the other 2. Oh, and then the other corner I see. And again, it doesn't matter because they're in the floor. Keep on going. Uh-huh. Oh. Gunner's Plaza. Plaza sounds like it could be big, but we'll see. It might be just like a 1-story shopping mall kind of thing. No, it looks pretty tall. Okay, let's see. These are all the square pillars. Here they are, but they're running into the floor. That's not an issue for them. There's some more. They're running into the floor. I really like running them into floors to hide that problem instead of just solving the problem in the first place. This one, okay, they just kept it barely in the floor because that top shouldn't work. I don't think we have a solution for this then. We're going to have to come up with something to fix that. Oh, what could we do? We could do a trim piece all around here to hide that seam, but the trim piece would have to be really thick. I don't think there's a trim piece that's thick enough. You could do a whole platform. So we could do small, plat. The PLT or plat? No, it's okay. What is it called? Floor plat, is it? FLR. That's damaged. FLR plat. Floor plat. And then we can do like one of these. Oh no, we can't because the set has a weird frickin' wall thing. God dang it. uh okay. I'm gonna be right back. I have to go to the washroom. Okay, back. So this is problematic in a lot of ways. What do we have? Can we do anything with this? Um, so that doesn't work. I thought there was a trim piece that worked for this, but I can't seem to figure out which one it was. So these platforms are definitely not going to work because I do remember spinning a piece and it having the trim edge on it. Maybe it's a different set that has the same style of trim that I'm looking for. This piece, this style here. Well, let's see. These chunk things aren't going to work for us. There's trim corners. Oh, see, that one does have it. That there. It does have that little design on it. But these are too small. They're not going to work for this. What could we do? Like, why is it that there's no... like platform quarter piece? No, because it's still got that same issue. None of these are going to work. Let's see quarter pieces again. I wonder if there's if there's another set that has the same design on it. Where did that go? Definitely not that one. HIT. What does HIT have? That is not at all what I was looking for. It's a lower platform piece. This is a swimming pool piece. Doesn't really match tonally. And I'm sure it doesn't match with the luster either. So maybe not that. Maybe just floor plat. So the brick one has that weird thing on it, and there's no better edge to it. Yeah. So that's the brick. Combat zone. I think this one might have been the one I was thinking of. That has the stupid end cap piece. I want... well, let's see what the edge piece looks like. Like, it's the wrong tone, but it is a similar look to it. This is the one I was thinking of. Can I get this to match the other one? No. Can I get this to match that one? The warm set. Closer. But do I want to try to do that? Maybe I will search for where this is used and maybe we could find something. But let's hold that off for a moment. Concrete is not going to have the edge piece I'm looking for. The Deco ones don't, unfortunately. All these are totally incorrect for what I'm trying to do. They make that set really tough to use, which actually means that I'm going to have other problems with the set probably elsewhere as well. Platform chunk edge. Yeah, it's not going to work. Just none of these are going to work, are there? Did I do something? No, I don't think so. I was thinking about maybe I did another piece with carpet on it at one point, but I don't think I did. This is the wallpaper one. And this one has what sets in here? Yeah, none of the ones I'm looking for. We could do a wood trim. It's not the worst idea. If the other ones don't work out for us, where's the chunk? No. Okay, so BS is probably just wrong. What does the BS edge look like again? Oh yeah, it's the tiny one. So we could do the wood if we need to, as an option as well, because we can use, where is it? This one. We could use this and run this along. It's not ideal, but it can work. It's tall enough, and it could run along the whole edge. And we can just put some other pieces in to make sure that it works. So these are our options. So what I want to do is check if I can use this. What is this called? BLD combat zone. I have multiple of these. Where's this one? Oh, is this the one I'm using? No, it's not the one I'm using. Where's this one? Oh, it was the one I used for that edge there. Interesting. I wonder why I didn't use the cement for that. Oh well. That's fine. Okay. Combat zone. Where did that go? Was this one? Yes. All right. Where else is this used? Probably is only used in like one scene. Oh, there we go. Combat zone. Makes sense that it would be in the combat zone. So, how do they use these pieces? Interesting. They use them with the brick set. What is this? This looks like a different trim piece than that one. Oh, it's the whole wall. The combat zone wall. It's clearly a unique set. Do we have anything else that it looks like it works with, or is it just with brick? Appears to just be used with the brick. It's like a custom built environment. Is there anywhere else that any of this stuff is used? I think the answer is no. It's only used in this one environment in the entire game. Interesting. So combining these two is probably going to be really not great. It's used against brick, which is why it's red. It would be better to use the wood, I think. It's safer. The question is, how can we hide this? All right, so let's say we are using these. We shove this in as far as we can so that there's as little we have to cover as possible. Oh, but we have to cover this lip here. So that's as far as we have to come. And we can't really solve this. Okay, take that off. I need pillar BG. And I want the tall one of the deco set. Are these all like that? Or is it just the deco set that's messed up? It's just the deco set that's messed up, isn't it? Why? concrete ones are all good too. Like those will definitely match up. This one is the wood, or the, yeah, that one. I don't need to look at that one. That would look super weird. I could use the brick if I had to. Although this one's not awful either. I could use the brick, or I could use this as an alternative to this. Um, how does that look? If I match these up. I mean, it's not the worst, and it will definitely match. The brick one might be a bit too much. Yeah. But the wood one could work. Is there another? There is one other wood set, but this is this one. And that one will not work because it needs trim pieces to line them up. And it's going to do a weird double tone thing, which is also not going to work very well on this height at all. It's also not tall enough. That's interesting. Are they not? Oh, am I grabbing mid pieces by accident? Yeah. So it should be the big piece, this one. So it would be tall enough. It would be weird to have the two different tones misaligned this extreme. I think it would be better to just go completely misaligned with this piece here. So let's just see that. Let's do the small one here, and then the big one on top. Interesting. Why do they have two different styles to them? But it doesn't really matter. The big thing is that these can line up, right? Oh, these are not on grid, are they? Oh, well, now it's seemingly aligned. And that does seem to line up. I don't think there's any weird gap. Yeah. I might commit to this because I think this solution is going to be terrible. So instead of these, which is not going to line up because they screwed that up for me, we can put this in its place and spin it one. Actually, it's going to have to spin in between these two sets. Or we just match it with that wall. Yeah, we can just do that. So it would be like that. And then we would do another one over here. And it will look a little bit weird right now, but I think we can blend them together a bit if we use wood shelving and stuff in between them in a couple of places. We can make it look like it belongs. Oh, we're off grid again. Put this back on. Come. I want to match that line up as much as I can. That line goes right into there. And then this one also goes right into there. But this one is off because it's not rotated perfectly. But I can probably solve that now that we know where the problem is. Grab these. Take this out. Let's try. It doesn't let you rotate that nicely, does it? There's no way I can get closer to it to get it to do that. No. Okay, I give up. It's close enough. So we want to carry these through in a couple more places to make sure that it really looks like they belong. But I think that's our best bet. So we're gonna hopefully these match this hole as well. Let's do one of these over here. I pull this back on the grid snapping before I forget. Let's just hide this for a second. Let's pull this in. Okay, that should work. So Alt 1, grab the pillar inside, delete that. We might want to just do every corner to really like reinforce that look. Okay. And we'll probably want a few more of them just to like really make it look like they're holding things up. But as long as we use the same pillar throughout, it shouldn't look weird. We could do concrete as well, actually. I like the wood. I think it would make more sense to do wood, like it's concrete cladded in wood. Do that. I do feel like I should rotate this one. Oh, it doesn't hide the top issue, although the ceiling might. Hopefully. This could give us a lot of problems with the floor. We'll have to see. Right now, the plan is to do a straight piece into here, basically. In fact, I'll just get one of these out because I think that's what we're going to do. So if we go right to the edge of this, then that whole area can be on its own grid area. And we just have to make sure then that this coming all the way through here is not going to go into the staircase, which it might. I cannot see yet. All right, let's grab this, duplicate this, and pull this over. I want to see what that's going to look like. I'm just going to pull this up and out of the way for a second here so I can see where that lines up. Roughly there. Where does that come in? That's currently in there, but if we end up going into the floor a bit, like that, we can see it there, which we could cover from somewhere probably. Is this the line? No, it's this line. Considering. Okay. I mean, probably what we're gonna have to do. Although we could bring the line up to here. We go up to here, it's gonna end in there. The roof is gonna be a problem, probably. Although it may not be. Yeah, well, we'll see. Gotta consider all these things as we go. We're gonna need to put a door in here. We also need to put an elevator in here. Right now it bleeds through this way, which is the only way we can bleed it probably. So the door is gonna have to go here, so the elevator is gonna go here. So let's make space for the elevator. This is gonna be our nice tiles. This is going to be a doorway. So let's grab one. Do I have one? That's a single? I don't. No. So we'll just open that up completely for now. We'll swap these probably. But if the elevator goes here, that's going to conflict with this. Although we can bring the elevator out into here, actually. So maybe we should leave this. And we pull the elevator into this room as a cage around it. Yeah. Okay. What do we have? So we need to solve this wall, which is going to have a door. I still don't know if the door goes in this corner or if it goes against this wall here. It's kind of weird in the way that it's oriented. Like, it looks like there might be a double door there, but it also looks like that could be a doorway in the side there. I'm going to say it's that double door that's against the wall. So it's going to be here. So we need another one of these. Duplicate this. Spin this around. Put this here. Just gonna take that away for now. And we're gonna put it pretty much in there. Actually, grabbing the frame. How much is one floor tile in terms of depth there? So if I pull one of these up, I spin it to align with this door, roughly, that's too high. There. And we want to align it as close to that edge as we can. It's on a 45, so it's not going to line up perfectly. But if we do something like this, it's hard to tell if I've grabbed that frame or not with the gold and the green. For me, anyways, I am slightly colorblind. We want to go to about there. Okay. Because we're going to create a little bit of a thing here, I think. And then let's test this out. So let's save this before we do anything stupid. And we're going to try to grab all of these and spin this in here. Give us something like that. And so that's not going to line up perfectly. So we're going to want to come over. Well, actually, let's line it up with the floor as much as possible. Okay, I think that's pretty darn lined up. Grab all these pieces and try to get this as aligned as we can with the rest of that stuff. Okay, go back. That's not into the other side yet. Problem is this, we're not getting a good sense of where this is. I'm just going to grab one of these and pull this up for now. I want to see where these are connecting. $45s are just super annoying. All right, so this has to come here. What's off about this? It's too high. That should match up perfectly. I was trying to figure out what was going on. Okay, right there. So let's get this lined up. Oh, I didn't grab this. Let's grab. Oh my God, why is that coming upwards? I'm trying to grab this, not pull it up. All right, so is that into that wall yet? No, there we go. How far? It's not into the other wall now, so we have to go back. I think that's about right. Is that, how close are we on the 45 here? That seems right about where we want it. Why is this not, something about this isn't aligned? That's on the alignment now. Which means that this wasn't either, actually. Let's, is that now over the edge? It is. Is that going to create problems for us, though? If we put a trim piece in, it won't. Or at least not much. Okay, but that is aligned to that, and I think that that was just an optical illusion then. Or I actually know it's not, because this is not aligned. All right, let's grab these guys. Pull this. I left something somewhere. Oh, that's a pain. Uh, that's going to be a pain to realign. Oh well. We'll have to realign this wall then. There we go. Is there a seam there? Is that going through? I think that there is a slight seam there. Yeah, that definitely doesn't come through the wall, which means it's also not aligned with the other wall. Okay, I want to get this right into this corner. There. So that's where I want it, and I want it to come forward. Okay. We are going to here. So that needs to come through. Is that on the inside at all, or is it not? It's so hard to tell. Okay, there is bleed. That's what I'm looking for. And this side too. Perfect. That is where it's going. So, now we have to fix this. This is a problem. There's like no way this is going to line up now. Oh, maybe I could do it. All right. What do you know? That worked. All right. This one is going to get changed out for a flat piece. Because that is not going to work otherwise. These are not needed any longer. They do not be needed longer. That was like, I don't even know what I was trying to say there. Oh, and I deleted out all those pieces, but that's okay. We can grab another one. And we're gonna do the same with this piece, which we had grabbed there temporarily. And we're gonna grab 2 pieces here. These guys. Well, I can line these up first. We're gonna do 3 in a row, and then we'll delete out the middle. And gone. And spin these. There we go. And shove them into place. They should align perfectly, but we'll see. Oh man. It's going to be a problem. Okay. This one. They're currently misaligned slightly. But if we can get all of them to be misaligned slightly, then that's okay as well. I just want all of these pieces to be lined up. But it's not looking like it's going to let us do it. All right, well, then what we're going to do instead of what we just did is that we're going to grab 3 of these, duplicate the, actually, hold on, we'll undo that. Make sure we didn't keep that. All right, we're going to just do this. Duplicate these, pull this out. Put this on the 45. And try to align it as close as we can to the other one. It's not going to be perfect, but that's okay. That's as close as we're getting, I think. How close can we get to that edge, though? And the trim piece will cover some of this. It'll be okay. All right, so we're gonna kill. Oh. Okay, there's some bleed there, but I mean, there's not much I can do about that. I can try to get this closer, but there's just like no real way. I mean, I could pull it. I could do this the proper way and pull it all off grid to start with and then do this whole thing. Okay, let's do it. Let's pull it onto the grid. Spin this. Okay, how far back did that? What just happened? There we go. And we're gonna put one of these above it and back. And we should probably put the trim in now because if we don't, we're gonna have problems with this trim though. So what do we want to do? We want to do the brick trim is what we're going to want to do because what we're going to do is a little bit of a tile patio up here as well and do the same thing as we did in the other interior space. So trim. Brick edge. Yes. Okay, and spin this and get it to line with that. Okay, and pull it in there. Let's try to get it a set. That white tile set looks pretty good. Let's see what else we got. Okay, so we have the white, We have different edge pieces. The deco swap. Oh, okay. Hold on. So there is the deco piece in the brick set. Deco warm though only, it looks like, which is too bad. I think I like the white. If we offset it enough, it will look correct. And the white is pretty good. There's no choice in the top pieces if we choose the white though. Not wet, white. That's fine. Okay, so if we go here, why is that not? Did I have? Okay. We go here, duplicate this and pull this over, and again. And now we're gonna do the concrete, the brick floor. So what's it called? Brick SM floor plat. Actually, just SM floor is fine. Floor only. Floor only. There we go. Oh, 01. Pull it over. Duplicate it. Duplicate it. Oh, come on. Really? No, I'm not trusting that move. There we go. Okay. Duplicate it. Now that's aligned. And we might as well do this whole back wall too. So we're just going to grab one of these. Come on. The whole thing. Really? What is it grabbing if not this piece? I have to come way further down. Okay. Pull this out. Pull this to here. Spin this. Put this in here. Get it aligned to the center. That aligned. I think so. All right, and then we're gonna grab the flat piece of these, which is BLD Deco, BG Wall 01. And that is the wrong way around. These pieces are so big it doesn't feel like they're snapping on the grid. All right, there we go. So we're gonna grab this whole guy that we just built. And we'll deselect these pieces. Make sure we just got what we need. Okay. I'm gonna pull, actually no, we'll just do it. Okay. Right about there. That where I went? No, I went further back. Further back. To there. That right? Well, we'll find out in a second. I need to get one of these. Duplicate that, pull this over, spin this in. Why is it not lining up? There we go. And on the other side as well, we won't want to do one of those. Just to make sure. Okay. Now there's two of these things overlapping. We need to kill the one that's the old one. The question is, which is it? I know it's this. So it's got to be one behind this one then. Where? This and this. Okay. That's the old one, I think. Hopefully. Yeah, these should be all aligned, so that was the old one. This thing. Why is there a gap there? Oh, because this piece is not going to work there either. Because it's the window one. Or is it? Yes. So, this one. This is in our way too. Okay. And I'll grab one of these for now. Actually, it's probably what we're going to use in the final place anyway. Pull this in. Is that right? That doesn't look aligned. Oh, I guess it is. It just has that weird trim edge. Okay, yeah, that's fine. And then this too, we need to delete out the old one. So one of these is off somewhat. Is it? There should be two that are overlapping here, but it's really hard to tell which is which. Huh. I did that too perfectly. So, which one is it? How far offset are they? There is an offset to them, so we should be able to figure it out. Whichever one is connected to this set. Or actually disconnected from anything. That one. So which way is this being pushed then? I can't see it through that. So it's a little bit behind it and a little bit to the left of it, it looks like. Yeah. Okay, so it's the one to the left. Delete this out. Go and find that one. I think. Is that the one that's behind? Yes. So this one's the one we're keeping, which means that if we go from behind, we should be able to grab the one at the back. That's the wrong one, or that's the right one, right? Yeah. The right one to delete the wrong piece. Oh. Yep. Delete that one. And delete that one. And I think that's all the pieces. Now, because of the way that this is tiling, it's a little bit weird, but it's not that bad. And it kind of looks cool, so I'm okay with it. And we could continue this trim throughout. But I think that would look weird too, so I'm just going to leave it as that. And maybe put some pillars in, but we'll see. That's pretty nice looking though. Okay, we got this whole wall done. We got that all done. We've got to get the balconies done, but I think I will take a cue from the way that the floors end up working. Or no, I don't even know how we're going to end up doing that corner. That's going to be a real pain. There's a reason they don't do 45s in almost anything in their game. And this is why. Because it would be weird to have... Okay, if we have this coming at one height and then we bring it up to this other height, but then we're going to have to shift all of these guys around. Although, this is already low, is it? Or is it in line with where the floor would be? It's in line with where the floor would be. Okay. Well... The staircase all one piece? Two pieces. Pull this over for now. Well, it's 6 o'clock. I think I should finish for the evening. Although... Oh yeah, there was a sign that was floating, right? I should go find that. Where was that sign? It's like over here somewhere. Not seeing it. Rest room sign mail. It's like in the floor. What? No. How am I? I'm selecting the sign, not the wall. I don't know how it even... Are there two here? That can't be right. What is going on? Why is this so dumb? Why is this dumb? Okay. I want to select this. Where is this? This is not that. Select this. Okay. So that's that one. Where is this one? That one we don't need. Where's this one? Okay, that's the one on the inside. So we don't have a female one. Okay, but at least we solved where that was, and we need to figure out this trim here. That's going to be a problem at some point. Oh, we need an edge piece for this. Let's go deco SM wall. Corner. Pillar corner. Oh, I just want the corner. SM, maybe it's just SM corner. Don't tell me this set has no corner pieces. Probably not. Okay, let's go corner. BG wall corner. What is that? So it does have a corner piece. It's just only in BG set. Is that possible? That it's only in the BG set? Oh, here it is. Wall corner. Didn't I look for that? What the heck? Oh, this is S. This is mid. It doesn't have one in the small, does it? Free corner. These are all trim pieces. Rail corner. Wall corner. There we go. I thought, yeah, whatever. I'm gonna align these. It doesn't cover that enough. So we're going to use a pillar. What's this one? Oh, interesting. How would that be used? It's kind of weird looking. Pillar. Pillar deco BG, but small. But of course we can't use that because of this guy. But we can use one of these. I want to get this to work with the other assets we got. That should be there. Make sure that that's not misaligned on this edge. It is there. Now we have to make sure that this is still covering that gap there. Looks like it is. Okay. So that will solve that edge. Now we have to solve this one. And we don't have a good solution for this still. We do have these pieces, which are wood edge pieces. We could just do this because this is merging these two sets. So let's do that. Let's duplicate these, pull these through, spin them around, and pull them over. And we want to cover up gap in the roof line as well. What is causing that problem there? What isn't aligning? Okay, so this just needs to be pushed in further. That's what I was hoping for. Okay, too far. It has to be like right there, which means that we have to pull this whole floor in to meet that, which we can do, I think. We have a lot of bleed on the outside, right? Yeah. A lot? No. A little? Yes. Maybe. Hmm. Uh, oh, but the middle two pieces don't matter. It's just the other side. That only part that matters in the middle is this piece. So we're gonna have to shove something in the middle of these two. We can probably just duplicate another one of these and put them in. Okay. Duplicate these. Pull these over. So that edge looks good. And this one is too far out. So we can push this in. It's gonna have that coming through, but I'd rather that than a big gap between. Then we're gonna grab these. We'll duplicate them and pull them in to cover that gap. Actually, we might be able to get away with pulling these out now. Oh, come on. maybe, if we're lucky, but only that much. Ooh, there's a bit of a seam there. Is there a way I can do this? It's so finicky. Okay. Pull this just a touch. Is there a way? I don't think so. There's going to be a seam there. Either there's a seam or it's overlapping. As long as nobody looks up and into the crack, we will be fine. But it's not ideal. We'll leave it for now. See how it turns out. See if you notice. There might be a small enough crack that it will be invisible, but we'll see. That comes into that now. That's probably okay. They do have bleed on things, and it seems to be fine. So those are fine because they're now coming into this one. Yep. Okay, so we solved that whole edge. That actually looks pretty good. This is off. What is this? Oh, this is the cement piece that's out here. Right. There needs to be something else here. I'm just going to pull this in so it's not showing on the other side. Ah, and that shows us a problem, which is good, so we can solve it. Ah, we have to go on that side of it. Too bad. I'd like it to be aligned with the other pillars, but it's a little bit too far forward for that. They're all like, oh no, maybe it's not too bad. Can I go maybe there? Better? That's more in line with the other pillars, I think. Okay. But let's pull it out if we can. So like what I'd want to do is put it like there, but we can't do that. It's either there or it's there. This is better. It's not ideal, but it's fine. It will work. All right, so we've successfully blended these two buildings. I could put another pillar in. I probably should. There was going to be a problem with the upper area, though, right? It was, but it's actually fine now. Pull it over just a bit more. So that those are more or less in place. That looks pretty good. Okay. And we could put some kind of beam trim at the bottom there just to like blend those edges together. Also, we could put one of these actually in that other corner, and that would really make. Oh, come on. That would make these probably better. Excuse me. I'm getting hungry. Yeah. So where do these line up on the floor here? They kind of come in a bit. So we can now pull this one in there. Figure out where this lines up here. A little bit bleeding into that room. Let's pull it over there. It's a little bit of bleed there. Oh, I see the problem. Let's put it back. That's fine. This one, pull it forward. Now that's better. Okay. And this is going to be a door. We can shift this whole wall either direction, actually. Because of the pillars and stuff, we don't need it to be exactly there, so we can align it a bit better. We could pull the door further this way, probably. Yeah, we could pull the door further this way, I think. But that's probably good for today. That's quite a lot accomplished. We do need to figure out how we want to deal with this. Whether or not we put the line in here. And then which one moves. If we move this, we have to move that entire building again. And that would be such a pain. If we move this one, I mean, either way, we're going to have to figure it out for the deck of the upper floor as well. I feel like I would want to shift this down more than anything. And then we could put another trim piece in here so that there's more of a blend. That could work. Yeah, that could work. We could just pull this down and put a trim piece in and not move anything. And that would actually fix that. And then we can leave this in this oh no, we don't want to leave this orientation, right? Then we should pull this down even further, spin it, and put that ladder or the staircase in. But we can do that next time. I think I'm good for tonight. Thanks for watching, and I will see you.